Moving forward, Cooperstown on a very, very lighter note. The Hall of Fame class of 2018 was inducted into Cooperstown, and there are some of them: Alan Trammell, Jack Morris, Jim Thome, Chipper Jones, among many others. I want to touch on these, though. Vladimir Guerrero, who I loved, absolutely loved. I have a problem with this. Do you know what the problem is?
Not that there's an Angels.
No, that is the problem. That is the problem. He should be an Expo. Let's get real about this. SportsCenter put out some of his career accolades as well. One of 9 players with a career batting average of at least .315 and a slugging of at least .550 with nearly 450 home runs. Another great player, James Howard Thome.
I'm sorry, James Thome, but also on Vlad. Look, the graphic you had up, it's even an Angels uniform, and so people tend to remember because it was later in his career.
And that's a damn shame.
That's a shame.
But I also think that it has to do with the representation, rather the connection that the league has with the network.
Oh.
Because baseball is always going to have their final say. You really think ESPN would be like, we're just going to throw him out there in a Detroit Tigers uniform? Hey, we're going to put him in a Baltimore Orioles uniform. You cool with that? They're like, no, put him in an Angel. Because obviously Montreal, the Expos don't exist anymore. All right, Jim Thome, let's get back to him. 13 career walk-off home runs for Jim Thome. That is the most in Major League Baseball history, along with playing for such franchises as the Dodgers, as the White Sox, as the Cleveland Indians, and many others, the Philadelphia Phillies, to name more. Trevor Hoffman was one of the greatest relievers if it wasn't for a guy named Mariano Rivera. And this is graphic 11, which is going to show just how good Trevor Hoffman was, and then also just how good Mariano Rivera was. I mean, I don't know if that'll ever be replaced. And then there was also Jack Morris, 5-time All-Star, led all pitchers in the 80s with, I can't even see, my eyes are so bad.
2004.
Over 2,400 innings and 162 wins. And then, of course, Larry Chipper Jones, the only switch hitter with at least 1,000 at-bats, 300 batting average, 400 on base, and then 500 slugging. What do you remember most about one of your favorite players in this class?
Chipper is much better than Larry. But, I mean,
if it's Larry Jones, are we talking about Larry Jones? Seriously.
No, names like Skip, Chipper, those are like baseball names.
This is a great point. We have a director here named John Valco. Does anyone know his name is John Valco? When I have to write an email, I type in Skip.
Yep.
Everyone at the company realized it's like, oh, John Skip in parentheses.
Yeah, there's just certain names for baseball guys that stick with you. The Chippers and it's like, oh, it's a sound.
Chipper's a baseball.
It sounds like it makes a sound when you're swinging. Come on. So that worked out for him. But no, Vladimir Guerrero, one of those guys who every time, and I was a kid and seeing him play, I was like, I don't know how he hits the ball, but when he does, it's gone. But so look, so the golf-like swing that looked like he took every time he swung the bat, I was like, I mean, if you throw him a fast high ball, he can't get it right.
No, he would.
But he did.
He would kill it.
No, because it totally looked like a scoop swing. So I was like, there's no way.
It was scoopy, but it was also accuracy intertwined into what made him a Hall of Famer. The best first pitch hitter I've ever seen. Where, like, if you're thinking you're going to go ahead of him in the count and go 0-1, fastball, meatball right down the middle, he's going to kill it.
He's ready for it.
Crush it. Yeah. So, like, Vladimir Guerrero was, in my opinion, our generation's Roberto Clemente. Yeah. Like, 5-tool player, could hit, could run in his prime, of course, until he got with, like, the Orioles and the Angels later on in his career, and he pulled, like, a Pujols where he could barely run. But he could still hit, and he could still slug.
His son is working his way through the ranks.
That's right, yeah, with Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
There's another Guerrero out there.
There is. So, don't throw him a meatball with the first pitch.